get ready to head down to Dallas. Excited about where our kids are. I think they're excited about another road game, another ACC game against a really good opponent in SMU. Again, talented football team, and looking forward to it. Questions?
Pat, any strategy behind when you announced Eli last night on your radio show?
No, not really. I don't think I've ever announced it on the radio show.
It was different.
Yeah, I'm different. No, just, we have staff meeting, Chris Hanks sits right there in that first chair, and I sit right where EJ's sitting. And he said he was cleared last night, 4 o'clock, 4:15 or whatever, and radio show was next, and I said, let's just get it out there, Larry.
Have you seen his demeanor, in practices, just as far as, I don't think he's been hurt before, at least with you guys.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, I guess he was hurt in the spring. He was hurt in the spring with a hammy. He was kind of bagged up all spring, so he's been great, outstanding.
You said he was waiting to see. Rhett Lashley says Kevin Jennings is questionable. As coach, do you even pay any attention to what's said publicly, to what coaches are putting out there for the public?
Not really. I mean, you hear what they're saying. People tell you what they said. Hey, he said this, but is it true? Who knows? You prepare for everybody. You got backups. We got backups, and you got to be prepared for it either way. So you prepare.
You prepare for their backup, Stone?
Always. I mean,
he's a different kind of quarterback, isn't he?
He's different, yeah. I mean, he's not a big scrambler. I mean, Kevin scrambles. God bless you. He scrambles everywhere. I mean, he's dangerous with his feet. Stone is not that guy, but he's accurate passer and won a lot of football games. Won the championship a year ago, so he's pretty good too.
How much practice was Eli able to get in this week?
He got in a majority of it, so I feel pretty good with where he is.
Pat, these days, college coaches have to not only coach the team, come up with strategy, but also, do personnel work. In other words, cook the meal.
Are you talking injuries or?
No, not talking injuries. In other words, cook the meal and buy the groceries, like Bill Parcells used to say.
Right.
And you've done that in the past year,
Done for a few years.
Well, yeah, but you did a lot this past offseason. I was just wondering, at what point did you embrace that concept? Because
What concept of
the concept of having to go out and find guys, build the roster. Not just with high school guys, but with guys who can help you right away.
Yeah, we've done that for years. I mean, I did that back at Rhode Island. We had to go out and build the roster. I mean, that's what we do as coaches. That's the strategy of what you do. It's recruiting. Whether it's high school kids or transfers, that process is still never changed. I mean, it's the same way. I mean, nothing changes. It's it's a quicker process. Maybe at the end of December before school starts in January, it's a quicker process. But you got to do your homework and make the right calls. Nick James, for example. Like that stuff happens well. We got him. I remember being in a car with Charlie Partridge somewhere. I don't even know where we were, and talking to Tom Allen about him. Just to do your homework. But I mean, we've been doing that for years of just calling as many people. Hey, tell me about this kid. I see the tape. Now tell me about who he is. And and Tom Allen raved about the kid. And guess what? Tom Allen was right. So I trust Tom Allen.
But it's different these days, isn't it? I mean,
it's different with the transfer portal. There's no question. I mean, let's get on to football. I mean, we were talking about transfer portal. We got to, let's get on to football here. But yeah, it's different. But every day's different. I mean, the world is different. We live in a different world. You got to embrace whatever the yuck is for the day, and you just embrace what's going on. It doesn't matter whether it's a football game, whether it's the weather in Dallas. It doesn't matter what the weather's going to be like. We got to go play in it and prepare our kids for it. So it's, every day is a different day. You're checking the weather every day, looking at the recruiting landscape, whatever it may be.
You guys in SMU are two of the top intercepting teams in the ACC. What do they do that's special at getting after the football and defense?
They play fast. They put pressure on their quarterback. I mean, I think interceptions start with heating up the quarterback a little bit, but they're fast. They got good ball skills, which helps, and they keep it simple. And their guys know how to play. They play fast. It's a fast team, and again, they got a fast team that they allow to play fast.
You say it's similar to your style of play?
Yes. I mean, they keep it simple and let their guys go play. I think they know what they're doing. With all the transfers they have on defense, they better keep it simple. some people try to, junk it up, but they keep it simple. They have an identity on defense. They know what it is, and they do a good job. I would think anybody you talk to would tell you Pitt has an identity, and they do what they do. They don't change, who they are week to week. I think that's what gives our guys an opportunity to go play fast, and also not worry about what they're doing, but worry about what the offense is doing. We have our defense studying offenses, okay? Kyle Lewis is in that meeting room over there every morning at 6 o'clock. Like, I walk in there, I'm like, he's got his hood on, he's in the dark, and he's watching videotape, and like, he lives in there. And that's one guy, at least I see early in the morning, that's his time. Everybody's got time, but, Kyle's not in there saying, Coach Man, like, on this blitz or on this, what do I do? Like, we're not busy coaching scheme during the year. We're busy coaching offense, as far as the defense goes.
With those similarities, does it make it, between their defense and your defense, does it make it somewhat easier to prepare for, knowing that you guys go against it every day in practice?
Yeah, they're not like us structurally.
Mhm.
I mean, they're 4 down, like we are, but they're, coverage wise, they're a little bit different. I mean, there's always different,
Yeah.
nuances that people are gonna have, so they're not identical to what we do,
Mhm.
but they have an identity, and you know what they like to do, and they're gonna keep doing it because it's been really good for them.
You know about the noise in this stadium, it's a 32,000 capacity stadium.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard here it's noisy, and we're prepared for, we've prepared for noise. To me, I think it's similar, to like Cincinnati, which has some good sound to it, but it's not 75,000 people. So we played in different places, but we're prepared for the noise. And sometimes it could be the speakers. You never know what noise you're going to get, so we're prepared for it to be loud. It's supposed to be a good crowd, weather permitting. So we're excited.
When you get here early in the morning, is Kyle the first person you see usually, or is it different guys here and there?
It's different guys, but if I go in to see Coach Manny, he's just a guy in there. I don't go in there every morning and look to see if Kyle will show up today. But yeah, you see different people every morning. It's really, coffee first, and then, who do I need to see today?
No donuts?
What's on my mind? No donuts for me.
Outside of the big runs, big touchdown runs from Dez from time to time, do you feel like the run game is where it needs to be at as of late?
Not really. I mean, it's not where you want it to be. But pass game isn't either. Run defense isn't either, and pass defense either. In fact, people say it's the best pass defense. We got things we can continue to get better at. So it's you're never satisfied. But I think last week when you look at it, 46 plays, nothing's going to be what you want. I mean, it's just the rhythm of how an offense moves and being on the field, and whether it's the first half with the interceptions or the second half with the first series of the second half is a 9.5 minute drive that just ate up a lot of clock. I'm like, 9.5 minutes, this game's about over. It's hard to score. We got 31 on the board already. Like, you guys can have that. So
It's not Terrence Enos' first start, but what do you say to a guy who doesn't have a ton of starting experience coming into a big game like this?
you know what? I don't have to say anything to it. Let me just tell you, if there's an offensive lineman that just continues to get better every day, like, it's Terrence Enos. Like, I watched him practice today. We have what we call an ACC championship period every day, where we go ones on ones, and I'm watching Terrence get off the ball, and I'm like, holy cow, this dude. Like, he's, sometimes when you get that role and you have control, and it's like, hey, I'm the guy. He's got a different attitude right now, as opposed to preparing like the backup left tackle. He's preparing better. He's practicing really like I'm excited about what Terrence can do for us. And again, both tackles will have they got 4 edge rushers that are really good. So they're going to have the work cut out for them this week too. So they'll have to play well.
Are they mostly getting pressure with 4? Are they trying to bring extra rushers? And what do you see out of
They'll bring extra rushers. Probably a 25% blitz team. I mean, they'll bring both free safeties. So those safeties, you watch them walk up there, they're coming for a reason. So they'll bring safety blitzes. So they'll bring a little bit of everything. I'm sure they'll have something special for us.
What do you guys have to key on to create turnovers against them? Their quarterback had 3 interceptions last week. Is it just sort of simply sticking to your plan, or are there different keys you guys have to switch up?
It's just, we didn't plan on having, 5 interceptions last week. You don't plan on that. It's play. It's really about execution.
Mm-hmm.
And then those come, but if you start to worry about getting interceptions or I got to turn them over, things don't work out that way. And then you're missing tackles. Stop them from getting first down. Be good on third down, but execute every play. Take one play at a time and execute. That's what it comes down to. If the interceptions come, they come. But like to have 5 in a game is good. again, SMU had 6 in the game, so I'm assuming that, that got cleaned up this week and they'll be a lot better with protecting the ball.
Is there a little different, well, I guess this is your first Saturday night primetime game for the season, is there a little bit of different preparation for you guys, or is it more the same?
Not really. I mean, Thursday night, Friday night, we're blind to what the day is. For us, that was really Saturday night, last Thursday night, as far as how our schedule works. So, the day doesn't matter. Our guys aren't looking at the calendar going, there's an S instead of a T or an R or whatever you use as far as, the days of the week. So, it's Saturday night.
How much do you think over the last 10 years you've used disrespect as a motivational tactic with the team?
I don't count them up, but I want our guys to play angry. I want them to play with an attitude, chip on their shoulder all the time. So, we'll find different ways to piss them off, and get them angry, and feel disrespected. So, I don't know.
How do you balance that though, like week to week? Because, you use that, you did disrespect playing one week, it might not hit as hard the next week, or, or the third week or the fourth week, but, finding different ways to motivate as a coach.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly right.
There's
there's different, every week's different. Every week's a little bit different, and, our motto for the year is prove it. That's right there. So, just find a way to get it done and prove who you are week in and week out, because nobody cares what happened in the first 7 games, okay? In the first 9 weeks of the season. We're into week 10 already, and all our focus is on one game. So, the motivation, if you need motivated and you need a word, Chris, if you need somebody to get you mad, just like, it's about the facts of the game. That's, there's nothing that I'm gonna say or one of our coaches is gonna say that's gonna get these guys revved up, ready to play. The game in itself, going to Dallas, playing a really good SMU football team, that's all you need. Like, if you have a heartbeat, that's what you need.
There's that clip, and somebody brought it up this week. I think it might have been the Penn State game in 16. You're like, they don't respect you, they're gonna find out, big locker room speech. Something like that. It worked that day, right?
I don't know.
Are you the kind of person who, before you walk into the locker room, you're thinking, all right, this is what I'm gonna hit these guys with? Or you just walk in and open your mouth and?
Oh, you always have a plan. You got a plan, that's half the head coach's job is to make sure you have a plan. What is the word of the day? We have a focus every day that we're focused on. And there's always a rhyme and reason for what we do. You can say the wrong things week in and week out. So there's always anytime I talk to a team, there's a plan. It's a well thought out plan of how we do it, what we do, what's said, what's not said.
Eli's talked about in past games, saying that he needs to take what's there more often, he needs to see the field, he's looking for the big play too much, and just looking back at the last game, there were a couple of times that he, kind of like pump fake going deep because he realized it wasn't there, and then it kind of led to him either getting sacked, having to move around a bit. How have you seen him take that on this week while also dealing with injury, as far as trying to make sure he embraces that going into this game?
Yeah, he knows what he's got to do. I think experience is the best teacher. You can do it on scouting every day, and again, our defensive line gives our quarterback our rock defense gives our quarterback a great look every week, and our offense a great look every week, but it's not the same. You can't get it like game like unless we went against our defense every day, and then you wouldn't get the defensive look that you need to look at. So. You find that out on game time. That comes with experience. That comes with, you can know when you say, I know this is what I got to do. Then you got to go out and do it, and it's got to click. And to me, it happens, because it becomes, second nature to you. Habits are built on repetitions, and I think that's the main thing. I think it's reps. You may go do the same thing. It's okay. That's why they call him a redshirt freshman, right? He's not a senior. You can't expect a redshirt freshman to play like a senior every day. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
Kenny Pickett didn't play like that.
Did you use a disrespect card this week?
No. Why would I? For what?
You guys are one of the. I think you guys are AP wise in history. You guys are are tied for the lowest ranking of a 7-0 team in the AP.
I don't look at all. I don't look at any of that. So again, those rankings don't mean anything, guys. So don't get your feelings hurt. I don't think our kids' feelings are hurt. I don't think they feel disrespected. They're not talking about it. It's about one game. And you start thinking about other things that don't matter, you included, guys. Get your heads together, get your minds right, and focus on the things that really matter. The things that matter is you guys call a good game on Saturday. Make sure you get down there. Make sure you got your raincoats, Jerry. You get a chance to go to Dallas. But like, you know, make sure, you worry about that and you forget your raincoat. You know, you worry about that, you don't have your gloves. You worry about the things that you can control. And we don't control all that stuff on the outside. That's useless, useless time. And, you don't wanna spend your energy on useless things, that don't matter. It doesn't matter. We take care of our business, everything will work out the way we want it to. So, you can talk about all the disrespect and how wrong everybody was after the season. All right?